Man, oh man, this is getting too easy. This is getting too fun. This is like a layup for me. It's like people say Jim Cornette is the biggest AEW troll. But look, man, this is getting fun for me, man. Just I love trolling the AEW stands. I love trolling the AEW shill version podcasters, man. It's just fun. It's like you keep on giving me good content, man. You keep on giving me good ideas. It's like I don't even gotta try anymore now, man. It's getting too easy to just poke at you in every way, shape, or form. I'm like, so as predicted, Powerhouse Hobbs lost to CM Punk. Everybody's seen that coming. But that's not what I'm trying to talk about. What I'm trying to talk about is this imaginary rub. What rub did Powerhouse Hobbs get? Please, can we please cut out the fucking rub narrative? You guys don't know what a rub is. That wasn't a fucking rub. That match was only a bridge to get the Ricky fucking Starks. Hobbs was nothing more than a casualty of war. He's nothing more than a bridge to get to Ricky Starks. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if a Hook is next to get the imaginary CM Punk rub. What rub are you talking about? Rub? Look here, bitch. Let me tell you what a rub is, huh? Let me tell you what a motherfucking rub is, bitch. Okay? I'll tell you what a goddamn rub is. Being paired up with fucking Sting. That's a rub. Okay? Being tag team partners with Sting, that's a rub. CM Punk is not a bigger star than Sting. So let's go back to the Darby Allin match with CM Punk. You are saying Darby Allin is getting the rub in this match. How? How did he get the rub? He's paired up with Sting. How much rub can he possibly get? What has Darby Allin done since losing to CM Punk? I'll wait in the comment section. What has he done besides being in meaningless tag matches with Sting? In fact, it feels like Sting is getting more over than Darby Allin. Make that make sense. Why is Sting getting more over than Darby Allin? A guy who he is trying to put over, but it seems like Sting is getting more over than Darby Allin since the CM Punk match. What has he done besides being in meaningless tag matches with 2.0, FTR? Like, what? What has he done? What rub are you talking about? Is he a bigger star for it? No. I mean, Darby Allin is at the same place that he was at before he wrestled CM Punk. So I need answers. What rub are you talking about? What has Darby Allin done? In fact, it feels like he was an afterthought at All Out. Once he took that GTS, he became an afterthought. You guys don't know what a rub is. That's not a rub. Darby Allin, he's not a main eventer. And at the end of the day, guess what? We have forgotten about that match with CM Punk. Darby Allin is back in the same place that he was at. But now he has a loss on his resume to a ex-WWE guy. So let me get this straight. CM Punk has now beaten two homegrown AEW talent, and he is an ex-WWE guy. What rub are you talking about? The word rub is thrown around too much. That was no rub. Now, these morons, these AEW version podcasters that are shills, they are saying this is what CM Punk was brought in for. Huh? What are you talking about? So he beats Powerhouse Hobbs, he beats Darby Allin, and you are saying this is what he was brought in for? What are you talking about? So he was brought in to bury homegrown talent? That's what you're saying? But no, in their words, they are saying he was brought in to work with guys like that to get them over. No. He hasn't wrestled in 7 years. Why is he beating full-time wrestlers that wrestle every week, that have been wrestling nonstop for the past 7 years? So he's been sitting on his ass, getting his ass whooped in the fucking UFC, while Powerhouse Hobbs and Darby Allin have been putting in work for the past 7 years. He's been out. Make that make sense. So you got a dude who was on his couch hating wrestling for the past 7 years, getting his ass whooped in the UFC, being in D-list movies, being a terrible analyst when it comes to the UFC. He went from that to beating hungry, homegrown talent that wrestle every week. So I ask you once again, how did CM Punk give Powerhouse Hobbs the fucking rub and Darby Allin the rub? Stop throwing that word around. You don't know what it means, bitch. I'll tell you what it means. Let's talk about Roman Reigns versus Montez Ford. That's what you call a rub. Okay? That was a showcase match for Montez Ford. Why? Because they are going to push him as a singles in the near future. So they put him in a ring with Roman Reigns to see how well can he fare against a top guy in a main event spot. That's a rub, bitch. Okay? Send this to your favorite AEW Shield podcaster so he can know what a rub is. Reigns made Montez Ford look good. Reigns is a world champion, which means he doesn't have to lose against Montez Ford to give him the rub and to put him over. Reigns is a top guy. He's a champion. So being in a ring with Reigns at this moment, that's the rub. Reigns is untouchable. Putting on a great match with Roman Reigns right now at his peak, that's what you call the rub. Okay? Montez Ford showed future potential as a top singles guy. He looked like a future opponent for Roman Reigns in the future. You get what I'm saying now? Do you get what I'm saying now? That's what you call a rub. Montez Ford was booked in that match to become a future opponent for Roman Reigns down the line when Montez Ford breaks out as a singles. That was a showcase match. That was a rub. Okay? CM Punk, what is there to gain losing to him? He hasn't wrestled in 7 years. He hasn't wrestled in 7 years, man. That's not a rub. It's like, you people are just mentally incompetent when it comes to professional wrestling. Stop being brainwashed. Learn what a rub is. Powerhouse Hobbs, guess what? He's not going to go anywhere after this match. He's not going anywhere. You know why? Because he was solely used as Ricky Stark's muscle bodyguard flunky. That's what he was. He was nothing more than a bridge. He was nothing more. He was used as Ricky Stark's bodyguard muscle flunky. Ricky Starks threw him at CM Punk. Nothing more. That's not a rub. Why is CM Punk beating Powerhouse Hobbs? Why is CM Punk beating Darby Allin? These are homegrown talent. He's an ex-WWE guy. You people, look, man. That wasn't a rub. CM Punk is getting paid millions of dollars, which means he's not going to be taking too many losses on his record. Have you seen Jon Moxley's record? A former ex-WWE guy? Have you seen his record? The man lost what? I think he's fucking 25-1 or something like that as a singles. Like, he has an untouchable record. That's going to be CM Punk as well. CM Punk will have an untouchable record. You know why? He's being paid millions of dollars, which means he can't job out to the homegrown talent. He is an investment. So there's no rub going on. CM Punk is being built up to be a future world champion. How come you guys are not seeing that? Another ex-WWE guy that's being built up to be a future world champion in AEW. But you guys are building up real stars. You guys are building up homegrown talent, right? I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. There was no reason for Powerhouse Hobbs to fucking lose. That's not good. That makes him look weak. He can't beat a guy that hasn't wrestled in 7 years, who didn't even look good against Darby Allin in his return match. He looked out of gas. He looked out of gas in this match. He looked out of shape in this match. Come on, man. It's like we're in two different universes, man. Learn what a rub is. Reigns versus Montez Ford, that was a rub. We got a quick sample of what Montez Ford is going to be doing in his future against a guy like a Reigns. That was a good match. Now, don't get twisted. When it comes to the whole giving the rub match, it doesn't work all the time. It doesn't. It doesn't work all the time. It takes two to tango, and here's why. Stop using the word rub, because do you remember Buddy Murphy versus Roman Reigns? These idiots said, "Oh, a star was born today," because Reigns had a good match with Buddy Murphy, and the whole world was like, "Oh wow, a star was born now." Yeah. What did Murphy do? Nothing. What did Buddy Murphy do after that match he had with Roman Reigns? Where did he go on the card? Nowhere. He had to change his own character and get paired up with Seth Rollins. because he was lost. They didn't know what to do with him. So don't give me that shit about he gave him the rub. No, bro. It takes two to tango. If you ain't got the it factor, if you are not presented well on television, then having a match with Reigns or CM Punk, that's irrelevant. Powerhouse Hobbs has not been presented on TV in a good light. So the fact that he lost against CM Punk, that is just lowering his stock lower and lower and lower as a monster. You see what I'm saying? Are you listening to me now? What was Buddy Murphy doing before he wrestled Roman Reigns? Nothing. So he lost to Roman Reigns. And what did it do after that? It did nothing for his career. And guess what? Now he's gone from the company. You see what I'm saying? Let's compare that to Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, versus Montez Ford. Montez Ford looked good because Montez Ford is being pushed. The Street Profits are being pushed. So that only rises Montez Ford's stock up. The fact that the Profits are already getting pushed and they gave Montez Ford Roman Reigns too, that gives you more of a investment into Montez Ford even more now. He has a tag team title match coming up and he wrestled Roman Reigns. That's what you call a rub. They see money in Montez Ford. That's what you call a rub, building somebody up little by little by little. He's already presented on TV as a high priority. Now they're putting him against Roman Reigns now. That's a rub. Roman Reigns gave him a step of approval. That's a rub. Hobbs has been buried all year, and now he lost to CM Punk. That's not a rub, because where is he going after this match? Exactly. You don't know either. It's like I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here, man. Darby Allin has Sting in his corner. How much rub does he need at this point? He already has Sting in his corner, putting him over every week. He doesn't need CM Punk. And yes, Darby Allin hasn't done shit since he lost to CM Punk. What has he done? Nothing. He's in nothing tag team matches ever since then. What has he done? It's like this company's mindset on building up homegrown talent is very, very counterproductive. Where a guy like Luchasaurus, who you can possibly make money with, maybe, for some reason he takes more pins than bland, generic Jungle Boy, who they are trying to build up. Even I don't know why. You see what I'm saying? This company's priorities is just screwed up. But hey, I'm the WWE shill. Even though I'm giving you facts. That's what I mean about the AEW fan base is nothing more than a cult. You give them facts and evidence, but they call you a WWE shill for some reason, even though you have no proof on what a WWE shill is. Because, hey, what if I'm a fan of MLW more than a WWE? You don't know that. So how am I shill? Anybody who talks shit about AEW, they're called a WWE shill. But guess what? What if you haven't watched the WWE in years? Are you still a shill? What if you are more of a fan of fucking Impact Wrestling and you still talk about AEW in a negative light? You are still called a shill for the WWE. That's why AEW is a cult. Like I said, what's bad is good to them. And that's a serious issue. They are just, the AEW fan base is the definition of insecure. Hell, Tony Khan is insecure about himself. Good Lord, man. He always tweets about snide remarks about the WWE in some kind of light. Like, bro, you are very insecure under your own skin. He talks about demos. He talks about the WWE been around for 40 years. We've been around for fucking 2 years. Who asked you that? Why are you saying that? Because you are insecure. You need validation that you are competition to the WWE, but you are not. You are barely competition to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Stay in your lane. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm done.